Namaste everyone, this is Dr. Pratibha K.S., Head Department of Biotechnology at KLE Society Says, Nilgappa College, Rajayanagar, Bengaluru. Today I am before you to present a lecture talk on primary structural organization of proteins. Okay, when you go to structure of proteins, we could see the primary structure, secondary structure, tertiary structure, and quaternary structure. Proteins are large complex molecule, hence normally protein structure is studied under 4 levels of organization. Our protein hierarchy are like this: primary structure, secondary structure, tertiary structure, and quaternary structure. Now let us go through in this video about primary structure. Newly synthesized proteins are called primary structure and are unstable proteins. And these primary structures are fundamental level of protein structural organization. They are unique sequence of amino acid residues, exhibits amino terminus and carboxy terminus. Arrangement of amino acids in a linear manner linked by a peptide bonds with the elimination of water molecule between the carboxyl group and the amino group of the two amino acids. Important as it reflects the three-dimensional structure and biological functions of the proteins. Whatever the secondary, tertiary and quaternary structures are there, the primary sequence or linear sequence of polypeptide chain is very, very important, which in turn represents the biological functions of the proteins and their three-dimensional configuration. Single change in primary structure causes drastic changes in the function, leading to a disease called sickle cell anemia. It is one example we have studied the single changes which has showed the drastic changes. Okay, that is 6th amino acid, that is glutamic acid, is replaced by valine amino acid. Now let us go through what is the sickle cell hemoglobin. In the sickle cell hemoglobin, the substitution of a single amino acid in the polypeptide chain, which alters the biconcave shape of RBCs to sickle shape, leads to sickle cell anemia. When RBCs will be there, healthy RBCs which will be having biconcave shape, which has the larger surface area to carry oxygen molecule. When the RBC cells become sickle shape or banana shape, that what happens? They'll lose their capacity to carry the carry on their surface the oxygen molecule. Okay, Frederick Sanger in the year 1953 elucidated complete primary structure of insulin hormone and rewarded with the Nobel Prize in the year 1958. Here you can see one of the best example of primary structure, that is the insulin, where you could see the presence of A chain. We have 20 amino acids, and this is the B chain. We have 31 amino acids. Okay, so total we have 51 amino acids in the insulin molecule. Insulin, which is the primary structure, and protein hormone, which are secreted by the beta cells of pancreas. And in the year 1945, Frederick Sanger for the first time elucidated the structure of the insulin. In the year 1958, he received the Nobel Prize. This insulin molecule, which is of 57 Dalton, with 51 amino acids and with 3 disulfide bonds, which is going to maintain the native configuration of the insulin with 2 polypeptide chains joined by disulfide bond. First protein hormone determined, okay? And this hormone, insulin hormone, regulates the glucose to glycogen, and the deficiency results in increase in the glucose level in blood, okay, which causes the diabetes mellitus. We have total 20 amino acids, in which in the sickle cell hemoglobin, what happens? Glutamic acid, this glutamic acid, which is hydrophilic, replaced by the hydrophobic. In my previous video, I've already explained about the differences between the hydrophobic and the hydrophilic. Okay, in the RBC, red blood corpuscles, hemoglobin molecule, in the hemoglobin molecule, in one of the polypeptide chain, okay, there glutamic acid is replaced by the valine. This glutamic acid, which is the hydrophilic, which is water loving, whereas this valine, which is the water hating. Okay, instead of forming the larger surface area of the RBC, when hydrophilic amino acid replaced by the hydrophobic, it forms the interior core protein and with the less surface area of the RBC molecule. Okay, here you can see this is the larger biconcave shape of the healthy RBC, whereas this is the sickle shape of the RBC, which will lose the larger surface area to carry the oxygen molecule or to bind with the oxygen molecule. This is a sickle cell disease. Okay, let us understand. Okay, which causes the anemia. This is a healthy red blood cells, which is the biconcave shape. Whereas why the sickle cell anemia or sickle cell, which has happened due to replacement of the hydrophilic amino acid to hydrophobic, right? So you can see here, this is the red blood cells. Within this red blood cells, you can see the presence of the hemoglobin molecule. So this is the healthy red blood corpuscles. The main job of the RBCs is to exchange the respiratory gases. This larger surface area of the hemoglobin molecule, which carry oxygen from the lungs, then oxygen bonded with hemoglobin molecules, then oxygen released to tissue cells. This function which is carried out by the red blood cells. Because of the sickle cell disease, then the RBC will lose this particular exchange respiratory gases function. Okay. So when RBC gets sick and the shape becomes sickle, somewhat like banana shape, like this you will be able to see. And also after centrifugation, or when you collect the normal blood cell, this is the color, and when you collect the sickle shape of the RBC sample, then you are going to get this kind of pale color. Okay, so in this case what happened, this sickle cell where you can see the oxygen holding capacity will be decreased. Okay, that is due to the shape of the RBC, that is the sickle cell. When normal healthy RBCs which move through the blood capillary, that will squeeze and that will very easily which move out through this part, move through the capillaries. Okay, easily which will get moved. When this sickle shape, banana shape RBC, when they come across in the blood capillaries, there what happens, crisis happens or block happens, obstacles can be seen over here, and all these RBCs, healthy RBCs or unhealthy RBCs, like diseased RBCs, which will be blocked here, and the person will be suffering pain in that particular area. Okay, and blockage can be seen over here, and that brings the crisis. Okay, see, you can again here the crisis has happened here. Free flow of the red blood cells due to the movement, easy flow of the healthy red blood cells. This is the healthy red blood cell, and the sickle shaped cell due to the substitution of hydrophilic to hydrophobic amino acid. During that condition, one will suffer from abdominal pain and joint pains can be seen. Why that has happened? That is due to mutation in hemoglobin beta gene. In hemoglobin molecule, we have a 4 polypeptide chain, right? In that beta hemoglobin molecule, mutation which has happened where glutamic acid replaced by the valine. Okay, this is the blood vessel. You can see the plasma which is the liquid part of the blood. In this liquid part of the blood, RBCs and WBCs, platelets are suspended. Okay, blood is the fluid of life, responsible for transporting oxygen from the lungs to body tissues and carbon dioxide from the body tissues to the lungs, and they're responsible for transportation, regulation and protection. That is nothing but defensive mechanism. For example, WBCs and platelets are responsible for the protection or defensive mechanism. Okay, in normal condition, what happens when we collect the blood and after the centrifugation, you are going to get the 55% plasma and 45% erythrocytes, and in the center less than 1% we are going to get the WBC or WBCs and platelets, which is known as Buffy coat. In polycythemia, what happens? Less amount of plasma and higher amount of the RBCs can be seen. In anemia, more amount of the plasma and very less amount of the erythrocytes, red blood cells can be seen. That time the person will be suffering from the anemia. Okay. Persons with sickle cell anemia can have symptoms such as yellow appearing eyes and skin, pale skin, delayed growth, bone and joint pain, increased risk for infections, development of leg ulcers, eye damage, anemia, and damage to the organs affected by the obstruction. Wherever that obstruction, crisis obstacles happen, no, there that particular area we will be able to see all these particular symptoms. And whereas what is the treatment means? Medications, that is vaccination to prevent blood transfusion, treating sickle cell complications, or bone marrow transplanted. So these are some of the treatment for the sickle cell anemia. This is the primary structure. As I told in the previous slide, single changes in this particular amino acid which leads to drastic condition. Okay, for example, one we observed, that is sickle cell anemia, because of change or substitution of one amino acid which brings the drastic changes. Only one amino acid which totally disturb that particular red blood cells hemoglobin molecule. So this linear structure play a very important role in the all the structural organization. Okay, when you take the primary structure, linear one end will be amino terminus and other end will be carboxyl terminus. When you take a nucleic acid, you will say 5' hydroxyl, right? Sorry, 5' phosphate and 3' hydroxyl. Like that, in protein molecules, one end will be amino and terminus, other will be the carboxyl terminus. Whereas in DNA, 3' hydroxyl and 5' phosphate. Linear structure of amino acids form backbone of proteins. Amino acid sequence is specified by genetic information, right? Functional aspects, that is functional aspects, the response for genetic disease. If the linear sequence are properly arranged, right, without any kind of disorder, then there won't be any kind of genetic diseases, right? And this genetic information, which will be again based on the presence of genome, based on presence of what kind of nitrogenous bases which are present in the hereditary DNA molecule, right? Through the transcription, translation, will get that specific amino acid sequence. Hope you understood today's lecture topic on primary structure, and have given example. Insulin is one of the example, and due to the single substitution of the amino acid, glutamic acid to valine, I've explained about the sickle cell anemia. I hope you understood this today's concept. Okay. I, Dr. Pratibha K, signing off for today. Thank you for being with me. Stay safe and stay protected. Thank you.